people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. As you can see, people, I'm in a different location. I'm looking different. I've got my hat on, I've got sunglasses on, because I'm actually in Africa. I'm actually in Zanzibar, Tanzania, East Africa. And as much as you can see, the white sand beach, the beauty, also the resort that I'm staying at, people, this video is gonna be a mixture because I'm gonna share some of the fun stuff that I've experienced here in Africa, and I'm gonna also share some of the unpleasant stuff that I've experienced here in Africa. So for you guys who really want to see the fun stuff, go to Ian and Tina channel, because that's where I show our adventure and everything that we're doing. But you know, this channel is about politics, human rights, trying to make the world a better place, inspiration, and all what I do on this channel. If you have been a long-time subscriber, then you know what I do on this channel. So people, here's the thing. I came to Africa with my wife, and we had a long time goal, long time ambition that if I should ever one day go to Africa, of course I'm going to be in a hotel or a resort, but this spot where I stay, my long time dream was to see the real Africa beyond the walls of the resort. And our third day in Africa, we arranged with some guys that worked at the hotel to take us out because we wanted to see if people in Africa is really struggling or really dealing with starvation and poverty like it has been portrayed. Unfortunately and sadly, that is true. And I didn't know how to feel about it. So to make a long story short, my wife and I, with our newfound friend, Abdul, who is a citizen from here, took us. We got Abdul behind the camera, so come on, Abdul, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people.
Yeah, so this is Abdul. Abdul took me and my wife to a wholesale where we bought about 300 kilos of rice, flour, sugar, and some soap. And then I asked him to take me to where people are struggling, where people are not doing so well, so we can give them hope, give them a smile on their face. I'm telling you people, it was, on paper, the idea versus the reality is something totally different, because it was overwhelming. You know, while we were waiting for the food to be prepared into retail packages, we decided to walk around the neighborhood just to see some kids, and we were almost mobbed by the children. Not in a negative way. I mean, children's gonna always be children. You know what I mean? Children is gonna always do what children do. So giving out sweets, giving out money, they just came by the hundreds, you know, and it was hard to put order together. So after that, we went to the neighborhood for the village to hand out these foods. And it was no different from the children, because it just got crazy. It went haywire in less than 5 minutes, you know, where people are hungry. People need help. People need, you know, all that hundreds of kilos of food that we bought was gone in like half an hour. And people were still waiting to get more. It wasn't enough. It was like a drop in a hat. You know what I mean? So I'm here to say, after seeing that, there's no way I can go back to my ordinary life and pretend like that doesn't exist. So I'm gonna make a plea to my channel, to my subscribers, because this is something I want to do again, but I want to do it on a bigger scale. You know what I mean? Because we fed about 200 families, but now I want to feed thousands of people, you know? And we've heard about Help Africa and Aid Africa over the years, but I'm telling you, when you see it for yourself, it's a total different thing. It's a total different experience, you know? And I'm like, I need to start a charity. Speaking of a charity, you know, I was messing with names Sebas Charity, ENT Sebas Charity, and this morning, Abdul says to me, what did you say?
Survive charity.
Survive Charity, and I thought, that is a perfect name.
Yeah.
Because even if you find meal for a person just for one day, that's one day more that that person survived. So there's something that I want to do again, but I'm going to need help and I'm going to need money. And when I'm saying I need money, it's not a lot of money that I'm asking you guys to put on board. Because let me put it like this. The average salary here in Zanzibar is $150 a month. And when I see the level of poverty that here, I realize that even the poorest families in Jamaica are doing better than people here in Zanzibar. So sometimes when we think that life is hard, we just need to see what's on the other side of the world to realize that life is not bad. But we're going to continue this because at the moment we are at the beach and the wind is there. Maybe you can't hear me so well, but it's just something that I needed to say because before we came here just now, Abdul took us to a fishing village where it was just heartbreaking. It was horrible to see that in 2022 people were living like that. It was just hard for me I wanted to see it, but it was hard to digest. And I want to do something. I mean, what I'm going to do may eventually save Africa. But what I'm saying is we have to start somewhere. I don't do corporate charities. I've never done corporate charities. Never donated money to corporate charities because I never believed that my money would go to the source. But on this trip in Africa, when we went to the source, me and my wife ourselves, it gave you a feeling of fulfillment. It gave you mixed emotion. You didn't know if you want to laugh, want to cry. There was one point my emotions got so mixed up that I just felt like throwing up. Not that anything really disturbed my stomach, it's just that I was lost to know how to feel when I seen that level of poverty. So I'm reaching out to my subscribers. Any of you guys who are interested, jump on board with me and my wife. We're going to name it the Survive Charity, and we're going to put together, if we put together, put it like this, people, let me tell you, $5,000, just 5,000 US dollars, could feed hundreds of people, I'm telling you. Just that to us, if you're in the US or if you're in Europe, that is like no money. And knowing that that can feed thousands, hundreds of people, sufficiently, we have to do something, and we'll definitely do something about it.